What's up, guys? Here with Nick Gillard. One is a electronic one, and the other one is this with the carbon fiber blade. So, if you want to briefly explain what...
Yes, this is an exact replica of the one I used on Star Wars. It's also the same thing the guys use. We always use these to rehearse and fight with. This is bad shit and you need it. It's much better than that ridiculous toy that you're all buying.
Anyways, it'll be on the site, theorysabers.com, limited to 500 pieces, and all of them are signed. You have to sign 1,000 plaques because we have 500 of the electronics and 500 of the stunt sabers. So, we'll see you there.
Go get it.
Hey guys, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the official release of the 2 Nick Gillard sabers. Now, why are there 2? Well, as you can see, one is longer than the other, and that's very simple. And I'm very excited to actually share this with you guys because this is going to be a new line that we'll be creating with Nick going forwards. So the first one, of course, is the electronic one. It's an sDRGB. We're going to get to it. We're going to open it. And this is essentially to just have the saber if you want it to turn on, have all of our exclusive fonts, Prequel fonts, blah, blah, blah. This second one is what took a long time to perfect as well. If you guys have seen the behind the scenes of the Prequel trilogy, with Nick training all of the actors, showing them how to fight, showing them how to sword play, showing them how to duel, and making arguably the best sword fight in cinema history, the duel on Mustafar with Anakin and Obi-Wan. That was used with the same style of blade and saber combo. What I mean by that is if you go in behind the scenes, you'll see that they have the actual saber hilt, and then cast in the hilt itself, screwed to the very pommel, is a metal blade, right? And they would train and they would practice. This, of course, allowed for them to film. This allowed for them to move faster. And it was specific for dueling because Nick is a sword master at the end of the day. And his character, Drellig, also was a sword master for the entirety of the Jedi. So what we have here is Nick's Drellig saber, and it is his hilt. It is perfectly balanced. It is extremely lightweight, and that is all according to Nick's design. That's how he wanted it. He is extremely particular, and you would expect nothing less from a genius like him who has had his hand in a number of movies and made them even better. So let's go ahead and unbox my and Nick's favorite to start. This is the carbon fiber blade. We're not using a metal one. This is a little more expensive, but it's a better product. It's lighter weight, and it's carbon fiber, which is what they put in race cars. Now, this is something that is entirely different, and I think a lot of people will come to appreciate it because this is a piece of history. This is Nick's design himself that he came up with to create all of the beautiful battles that we've seen in the prequels. So let's go ahead and open it up. First of all, it does come in this massively long box. And also, yes, we will be offering these individually as well as a bundle at a discounted price. Each one is limited to 500 pieces, and they all come with signed plaques that are also numbered. Here you go. On the inside, this is what you'll get. You get the beautiful green bag, and you get the very sturdy carbon fiber blade, and I'm going to show you how it all works. Now, one thing that Nick was very particular about, he doesn't want the blade to go just into a few inches of the emitter. He wanted this thing to go all the way down into the actual pommel and to screw in, bolt in. And so, of course, that calls for a much longer box. And Nick's favorite color is green. And of course, Drellig's saber color was also green. And if you didn't know, fun fact, Drellig is Nick Gillard backwards. And there is the official Drellig saber. Absolutely beautiful, very sleek, very clean. And you can see this was perfectly designed for dueling. No weird knobs or ridges or anything unnecessary there. Purely for function, dueling, and precision. Here is the carbon fiber blade. You can see that beautiful carbon fiber. So there's a few ways to put it in, of course. You can do it from the top, you can do it from the bottom. Take this off, and you're gonna shove that through, right through there. Comes out through the top. These two calibrators here, you can unscrew and you can move them to whatever distance you like, depending on where you want the weight to really be, if you do want it anywhere, but it also keeps it in place. Now, what you will notice at the very bottom of the carbon fiber, there is this metal rod that we have also placed inside. And this is what will be threaded into the very bottom of the pommel. So you want to put this in there, and then you want to take this and thread it in. You get the metal rod inside the carbon fiber, flush there, lock that, and then thread this in. And there you have it, your official Nick Gillard training saber, just like what he used to create the sabers for the boys that he trained. Let's go take it in the garage and do some cool moves with it, because it is truly different. As you can see, it's extremely light, extremely nimble, and this is exactly what Nick wanted and how he trained everyone in the prequels to fight with. Now, and what they filmed with. Now, what he especially wanted with his saber in particular was to have it perfectly balanced on your finger right here at the emitter. Now, the point of carbon fiber instead of the metal is that while it is more costly to create carbon fiber, it is exceptionally light while being much stronger than actual metal. So if you actually want to be getting better at your saber skills and twirling and dueling, then you need to be getting one of these. Now, while you can get very good at practicing with the electronic ones, and this will tie into why he chose the SDRGB saber versus a Pixel or a Profi SNV or anything like that, is because he wanted it to be lighter. The lighter it is means the more control you have over it, and the better it's going to be in the long run for you. It's supposed to be just an extension of your body. Now, Nick will explain better, of course, but the philosophy behind this, now I'm doing it with my right hand, I'm left-handed. It is my belief that if you practice with this really well, and you get accustomed to where the saber is as an extension of you, you are training exactly how Nick Gillard intended, exactly how he trained all of the boys in the prequel trilogy, and it will carry over to when you do use an electronic saber, which has more weight to it and a thicker blade or heavier blade. Now, why he chose an SDRGB is because the blade on the SDRGBs is hollow, which means it's lighter. Extremely durable, carbon fiber, doesn't break, unbelievably durable. So you're not gonna have to worry about it breaking or shattering easily or anything like that. And you can train and practice and duel for your fan films, for yourself, for your videos, or if you actually want to edit your videos and make it look like it's on fire, you'll be able to move with actual insane speeds, whereas you wouldn't be able to do that with an electronic one as easily. This is the official Gillard stunt saber made with carbon fiber, theorysabers.com. We have 500 of them, limited editions, all hand autographed by Nick Gillard himself and numbered 1 to 500. We offer it individually or as a bundle with the electronic light up one as well, which comes with all of our fonts and our exclusive packages at theorysabers.com.